Learn along with me.
Hey guys, my name is Ritu Sachdev. In this tutorial, I'm gonna talk about CSS and CSS3 colors and opacity.
Here I have already opened up Adobe Dreamweaver CS6. You can use any code editor. The doc type I'm using is HTML5. Here I am with very basic setup. You can see in the body of document I have an element div and I have some dummy content inside it. And you can see with the style tag I'm applying some internal style rule. To the div I am saying maximum width as 800 pixels, minimum height as 200 pixels and margin as auto so that it will be in the center. And to the body of document I am browsing here one image, and to make it fit to the size I am saying background size 100%. So let's see the browser preview. So far so good. So let's proceed to understand the CSS colors. To my div element, let's say to apply a background color as orange. Let's save it up and let's refresh. You see I have orange color. Same way I can say it sea green. I have sea green color. So you can also apply the HTML standard color name. You can get the full list of this HTML standard color name on W3 School's website. Here you go. So from this website you can easily get these colors, Alice blue and tick white, and you can also try these colors. And you can also see I have a hex code for all of these colors. We can also use the hex codes. Hex codes are basically written as 3 double-digit numbers starting with hash sign, and all these colors are the combination of red, green and blue. The highest value is 255 or FF. When you talk about RGB colors, it's 255. When you talk about this hex codes, it's FF, and 00 is the lowest. You see, when we are talking of the red color, this 2 digits stands for the red, 2 digits stands for the green and 2 digits stands for the blue. So FF is the highest. So here I have hash FF, rest all values are 0. So this is giving us red color, and in the RGB syntax also you can see 255 value is on the red color as 255 is the highest, rest all are having 0. And you see we have a likewise green color also. The highest value is on the green color, RGB, 2 for R, 2 for G, 2 for B. So FF is having the highest value which is on the green color, and same way here you can see 255 on the green. Likewise you can see the blue color, the highest is on the B for the blue, RGB 255 here. And you can also see when you mix up the red color and blue color, the combination is the magenta color. Here you can see FF is on the red color, FF is on the blue color, G is having 00, same way 255 on the red, 255 on the blue. And when you have highest value of all of the colors, the result is white. And when you are having 000 values for all of the colors, the result is black. So let's see the practical example in our code editor. Simply with the hash code, I will apply red color. So FF and 0000. Let's save it up. You see I have red color. Same way if I will have a combination of red and blue, save it up. See we have a magenta color. Likewise if I have to use RGB color, simply I will say RGB and in the bracket for the red color, as we already know, 255, then 0, then 0. It should give us red color again. Let's save it up. See, we have red color. Same way I can have it 255, 255. See, we have magenta color. Or if I will have 192, 192, 192, the combination of red, green, blue, this combination will result in gray color. You can see when we are having this value 192, 192, it results in the gray color. Now let's talk about this transparent value, the alpha value. Let's talk about the RGBA color value. See, RGBA color values are an extension of RGB color value with an alpha channel which specify the opacity of color. You can see simply the syntax is RGBA and the fourth is the alpha, where you can give values from 0.0 to 1.0. 0.0 is fully transparent and 1.0 is fully opaque. You can see this shades of blue here. So let's see the practical example. Here is our code editor again. Simply RGBA, and let's give the fourth value here as 0.5. Let's save it up. Let's see the browser preview. Let's refresh. You can see I have opacity here. Now this color is transparent. Same way I can have it 0.8 as alpha value. In that way you can control this thing, and when I will say 1, it will result in fully opaque. So gray color is there, no transparency is there. And when I will say 0, it will be fully transparent, no color is there. Now let's talk about HSL color values. You see, HSL stands for hue, saturation and lightness. Hue is degree on the color wheel from 0 to 360 degree, and saturation is the percentage value, how much value of that color you want, and the lightness is also the percentage value. These two controls the shades of your color. In the example you can see, if we want to have green color, so here we have 120 of green. This diagram you can see 120 is the degree for this green color, and want 100% of green color, so 100% is there. 50% is the lightness value. This 0.3 stands for the alpha value, for the transparency value. Let's talk about only HSL right now. So that will give us green color. And when you say 75% of lightness, it stands for light green. When you say 25%, it's dark green. Now let's try this practical example. Suppose I want to have magenta color. So let's write our syntax property here, HSL. Now the degree on the color wheel for magenta is 300. But I suppose I want to have it as 290 of that color. You can see 290 will give us different shade. And let's talk about the second value, which is the percentage value. So I want it of 100%. And to the third value, let's have the percentage value to be 50% of that lightness. So, and let's get rid of this fourth value. Let's save it up and let's see the browser preview. I have magenta color like this when I say 50% of lightness. Let's say I want to have 30% of lightness. See, we have purple shade here. If I will say 60% of lightness, that will bring light shade to it. So 60% of lightness is there. And if I will say I want only 20% of magenta, then that will appear in some different way. You see, the shade is different now. And same way, if I will choose the color of degree to 240, that will result in blue shade. See, here we go. And the percentage value of this color is 60%. And maybe 60% is lightness also. So let's save it up. Let's see the result. You can see we have shade of blue here. Likewise, you can play with the colors. Same way, when like we are talking about HSL colors, we have HSL lay value also. Simply we can give the last value as opacity value, transparency value. So here simply I will type HSL A, stands for alpha, comma. Again I can give the range between this from 0.0 to 1.0, which is from fully transparent to fully opaque. Simply here I will say the last value is alpha value and comma 0.5. Let's save it up. Let's refresh. You see, I have a transparency here. Same way I can make it again 0.8. So you can play with this colors and combinations. Now the next thing I want to show you is opacity property. You can also control the transparency with opacity. Let's have a background color simply as sea green. Let's save it up and let's refresh. Here we go. We have a sea green color in the background. Now let's talk about giving the opacity value. So opacity I would like to give is 0.5. Let's see the browser preview. See, I have transparent div and you see the text is also faded along with this opacity property. So this opacity also controls the elements which are inside the parent element, and you can also give the value from 0.0 to 1.0, which stands for fully transparent to fully opaque. Or if I will say opacity is 0, let's save it up. Let's refresh. You see text is also disappeared, as opacity also controls the element inside the parent element. One more thing guys, if you are saying say opacity is 0.5, you should also have the syntax like this for Internet Explorer 8 and earlier. Filter column alpha opacity is equals to 50. Likewise, if I am having 0.8 as opacity, so here I will have 80. So likewise, you can have this value.
So this is done friends, and if you like this video of mine, do thumbs it up. Do not forget to subscribe me, and if you want to learn these subjects directly from me, do contact me. Have a good day. Bye bye.